Welcome in, everybody. It's time for What's New at the Zoo with Jim Bartoo. I'm Devon O'Day.
I'm Jim Bartoo.
And we are doing some cool things. Well, it's not a snake today.
It's not a snake today. I can
Thank you,
honestly
Lord.
say there are no snakes on the agenda today.
Thank you, Lord.
Yes.
I was just talking about that. I was doing snake ID with my sister on a phone call last night.
Right. Actually, all the animals in this show all have fur, so you'll be happy to know that it's a fully fur feature.
It's a fur fest.
It's a fur feature. We got a fur feature going on today.
And I have a dear friend, his name is Jason, and his favorite animal in the whole world is the red panda. So today we're going to dedicate some of the show to that very animal.
We're going to dedicate a lot of the show to the red panda, yeah. We're actually going to talk to a red panda keeper about pandas, and then we're going to go back behind the scenes and tell you all about the behind the scenes stuff for the red panda backstage pass.
You don't need a passport to get a backstage pass. See, I'm going to tell you, you don't have to travel across the world. You can come to the Nashville Zoo. Before that, there's some other cool things that are going on at the Nashville Zoo. Let's kick things off with some Brewfest.
That's right, yeah. Brew at the Zoo is coming up on June 13th. This is a very popular event, right? If you like beer, this is a haven for you.
Yeah.
Lots of different beer. 60 different breweries are offering all different kinds of beer, both locally, nationally. Craft beer organizations will come in and offer that. But we also have ciders that you can sample as well. And there's alternative beverages that are becoming more and more popular. So you'll be able to sample some of those if you like. All this at the zoo at night, after hours. So it's an adults-only event. There'll be music. We've got lots of live music. There's food trucks out here. And of course, you get to walk the zoo at night. There'll be several exhibits that are open. And we'll have some animals out on the trail that you can meet up close and in person. The keepers will be out to answer questions. It's a great night to be able to enjoy the zoo after hours with a date or a friend or a bunch of friends.
Yeah, it's a really good, that's kind of how people go out these days. They take a whole group out and they just come out, and that's a perfect time to just bring the gang.
Right.
And it's one price, and you just come and enjoy the zoo.
Yeah, one price, come in and enjoy the zoo. It's a 3-hour program, so you have plenty of time to walk around and sample and see lots of different stuff. Yeah, it's a great program.
And it's kind of wild when you go and you have live music at the zoo, because all of a sudden you're walking around. It's almost like a zoo and a festival and going out to a bar all in one.
Yeah, you're kind of walking around this big nature trail and you're like, hey, wait, there's music over here. And they're like, oh, wow, there's people serving beer. Let's sit down for a while and enjoy this. So it's fantastic.
The date?
That's June 13th, yeah. And again, go to the zoo's website. You can get tickets there, find out more information. So, yeah, do it. Get them soon, because these tickets will go fast. We only have about 2,000 people that attend this event, so it sells out pretty quick. You need to go ahead and pick them up soon.
We just had our full moon for the month of May, and do you know what that is called?
I'm going to say May is the possum moon.
No, it's the flower moon.
Oh, okay.
It's the flower moon, because that's when all the flowers burst out. And I thought that'd really kick off what we talk about with Pollinator Week.
That's right. We have Pollinator Week coming up in June. I think it's, let me check, 28th. It's June 28th. And it's included with zoo admission. This is a great time to come out to the zoo, meet the keepers, and really talk about some of the conservation work, the local native conservation work that we're doing. A lot of people don't know this, but we have a beehive on grounds. And we actually collect the honey from that and sell the honey for it to help with conservation work as well.
Zoo honey.
Zoo honey, yeah, you can come out here and enjoy that stuff. But you can also learn about native plants and how to create your own pollinator garden and all different kinds of stuff. And let me tell you, if you want to do something for conservation, you want to do something locally to help the local environment, a pollinator garden is like the prime #1 thing you could do, because it helps so many species above the food chain in that. Not only pollinators come there, but animals that eat pollinators, animals that thrive in the pollinator garden area. And bees and pollinators are so important to the environment to be able to keep flowers continuing to grow and multiply, for crops, for people's agriculture farms to fruit.
Right.
Yeah.
If you eat, you need pollinators. Without bees and pollinators,
fruit and vegetables, sunk. All of them need to be pollinated to be able to grow. So it's crucial that you have these in place, and the zoo really kind of teaches you all about that.
Will they teach you a little bit about, now remember a few years ago, there was a bee virus that kind of went around and we had
like
a short.
It wasn't a virus, it was like a bug that was killing them.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was a parasite or something.
Parasite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we were really in trouble with bees. And so learn all about those things and how you can conserve. And so many people think, oh, it's a bee, it's going to sting me. Honeybees are not stingers.
Leave them alone. They're not hunting you down. They're just trying to do their job. Don't step on them or try to catch them, and just let them do their job. Yeah.
Their job is to protect the queen.
And multiply flowers and bear fruit.
That's right.
Yep.
And make sweet honey.
That's
make
right.
some sweet honey love.
Speaking of making love and bearing fruit, we have a new baby poodoo.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, right. And a poodoo is a deer. As a matter of fact, it's the world's smallest deer. It's the world's smallest deer, has now given a baby deer, so we now have the world's smallest baby deer. And when this thing was born, it was like a little bag of sugar. It was just this tiny little thing.
Oh, how cute is that?
It's out in exhibit now, so you can come out and see mom and dad and the baby all together. The baby has stripes, so it comes out looking like a little brown watermelon, right? And it'll have those little stripes and patterns on for about 6 weeks. So you can come out and still see the little baby romping around, taking naps, whatever it is during the day. So that exhibit is located right next to the Andy and Bear building. So if you're familiar with the zoo, where you go into Andy and Bear, right when you come into the Andy and Bear Village, the Trek of the Andy and Bear area, Expedition Peru, you'll see the poodoo exhibit that's right there next to the building.
And by the
look in
guinea
there.
pigs.
Yeah, right. And poodoo, deer poodoo are about this big, right? They're not very big. The babies are just tiny, tiny. So yeah, you'll have to come out and check that out.
Does a person who keeps the cage, do they clean up the poo-doo-doo?
Yeah, they do. They clean up the poo-doo-doo. They do that every day.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I had to.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
literally 14.
part of their job. And I have one other big announcement that we need to make, right? Leopard Forest, which we've been building on for quite some time, is going to open on June 20th. So this is the area, this is the pathway that leads you up to Giraffe. So the giraffe exhibit will be open again. People will be able to get up and see giraffe. But along the way, you're going to see 5 new animals in 4 new exhibits. We've got Amur leopards, which is kind of the featured exhibit that's there. But we also have Debrazis monkeys, colobus monkeys, hyrax, and klipspringer, which you can also see. And if you don't know what those are, go Google it. I don't have the time to explain it to you, but they are amazing animals. You'll have to go and look at it. Brand new boardwalk that takes you through a wooded area, huge mature trees, walking through a forest, and then you make your way over to giraffe. So a totally new experience over in that area starts June 20th, permanent opening to the zoo, and we grow once again.
Our last show, we got to walk through there and they were still working on it. We were so excited about the new things. Hey, by the way, if you think you've seen everything at the zoo, you haven't. And you need, if you're like, well, I'm not going to get a new membership, I've seen everything at the zoo, guess what? You have it, and it's all brand new, and you get to go to nashvillezoo.org, get a family membership, and that's where we'll take a break, because coming up next, we're going to talk about these fellers behind us, right?
That's right, these red pandas. Yeah, we're going to talk to Claire, the red panda expert.
We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Busy bee, yeah, busy bee. If you need
Hold on, y'all, hold on. I need to make a call. Hey, this is Brianna with Busy Bee. I'm giving you a call to let you know your technician is on his way.
833.
Be oh, busy bee.
Guys, not yet. Not yet.
Busy bee, oh,
Now
busy
ready,
bee.
guys.
Call 775-7833.
You girls having fun?
Yeah, I'm going to key of my own pretty soon. Me too.
Good night, Kia guy.
Good night.
Buckle up, Dad.
there yet?
At Kia of Murfreesboro, we're here whether you're ready or not.
We're back. What's new at the zoo with Jim Bartoo? And Jim, we have a very special guest.
I know, this is Claire Sennard, and she is a carnivore keeper, and so she takes care of all the carnivores. And the first question I have for you, Claire, is what makes a red panda a carnivore?
Well, so they're actually kind of a little bit more like an omnivore. They have been known to eat things like eggs and maybe some small rodents or some small birds and even insects. But they also have really sharp claws and teeth, and so we can manage them a little bit similar to how we manage our carnivores.
Gotcha. Okay, and so red pandas, how many do we have, and when's the best time to see them?
Yeah, so we have 2 red pandas here at the Nashville Zoo. Their names are Bo, he's our boy, and he's got the longer tail with kind of the black pom-pom at the end.
Okay.
And then we've got Mei Lee, our female, and she's got a little bit of a shorter tail. And the best time to see them is actually going to be when it's really cool outside. So in the wintertime, that's a great time to see red pandas. In the summer, earlier in the morning, kind of that coolest part of the day is when you're going to have the best chance of seeing them. And that's because these are a cold climate species. And so we need to make sure that they're always comfortable. So when it gets really warm here in Tennessee, we want to make sure that we give them access to a nice cold space so they can be nice and comfortable.
So when you say cold space, they're inside, right? They get to go inside. How cold do you keep that room in there?
So we keep it at about 65 or 68 degrees.
Nice.
So
That's good.
You know, on a day like today, it's going to be about 80 degrees. It'll feel good, but you know, when it's 99
It's like
degrees.
my office when I walk in the morning. I'm like, ooh, 65. Yeah, I'm not sleeping today.
So the red pandas always have the choice to spend time inside or outside. But as the temperatures go up, they're more likely to spend time inside.
Do you give them panda sickles during the summer? You know, all the other animals get these wonderful popsicles of different things. You know, I've watched the tigers get something that they can play with. What about the pandas?
Yeah, so for the red pandas, we can offer them just plain like water in the form of ice and different fun shapes and whatnot. We can also freeze some diluted juice. Because red pandas, especially the ones here, they love to eat some apples and grapes. So apple juice or grape juice, you dilute it a bit and you freeze it, and they are very happy.
And is there anything else you do for them on a hot day? Set up sprinklers, you get a little pool out for them, maybe a slide, diving board, that kind of thing?
As much as I would love to give them a diving board and a slide into a pool, unfortunately the red pandas probably wouldn't utilize it as much.
Okay.
So we just make sure they've got access to a lot of cool space, as well as giving them extra bamboo just to help make sure that they have something nice and light for them to eat when it's nice and warm out.
And it's already nice and shaded in here, so they
Yeah.
don't get a whole lot of direct sunlight.
That's exactly right.
That's one of the things I was wondering. Are they related? Are red pandas related to our black and white pandas that we know? Are they from Asia?
So that's a really great question, and actually one that we get asked a lot. So red pandas are from China and kind of throughout the Himalayan mountain range. And so, again, kind of more colder climates, but they're actually not related to giant pandas at all. Giant pandas are actually a bear species. Red pandas are their own unique animal, their own unique family even. So they're not related to any other animal unless you go back many, many, many generations. But the reason why they're both called pandas is because the word panda itself literally translates to bamboo eater. So any animal where 90% of their diet consists of bamboo is considered a panda.
Wow. Okay, I didn't even know that. So panda means bamboo eater.
Correct.
That's fascinating. I had no idea. All right, so tell me, we're going to go to a break here in a minute. Yeah, but after this, from what I understand, people can buy a backstage pass and go back behind the scenes to meet these pandas. And after we get back from the break, you're going to tell us all about that.
Exactly. Yep. It's a really fun activity that we can do. And so I'm excited to take you guys back there and let you meet the pandas.
All right.
NashvilleZoo.org. You can check out Backstage Pass when we go to break. A backstage pass to actually meet the red panda at the Nashville Zoo. How about you? You want to go? Well, stay tuned. We're going to go in just a second. Stay with us.
Girls having fun?
Yeah, I'm going to Kia my own pretty soon. Me too.
Good night, Kia guy.
Good night.
Buckle up, Dad.
Are we there yet?
At Kia of Murfreesboro, we're here whether you're ready or not.
Let us connect you with a team that you'll be bedazzled by when you connect with Busy Bee Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. Let's meet the team. This is Charles Calvert, known as One Take. He's the plumbing service manager. Here we have Matt Cook. He's known as Big Country. He's the HVAC service manager.
Visit Busy Bee Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning for all your needs.
You're seeing the signs too, right?
What signs?
Hi everybody, this is an example of a backstage pass to see the red pandas. And we were in a very tiny space. Claire, tell us a little bit about this space. It's small and there are a lot of restrictions to this backstage pass.
Yeah, so in the area we're in right now is called the secondary, and it's how we can safely enter into the red panda habitat, which we're not going to be doing today during this backstage pass tour. But yeah, it's a small space, and so unfortunately that does limit how much space we have on our tours. So we can only take 4 people at a time into the space, and like you said, it's a pretty narrow space, and it is kind of up a pretty steep hill, so unfortunately that does also make it not handicap accessible. And then the only other thing, since we do get kind of closer to the animals, we always want to make sure that we are respectful of them and their space, but also that we're doing our part to protect them. So if ever and maybe if you signed up for a tour but you're feeling under the weather, we really ask that you do bring a mask to help make sure we're keeping our red pandas safe.
That's right.
But
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
And then the only other thing about this space is, again, because we are getting a little bit closer to these animals, which do fall under the carnivore department, it is restricted in age, so you have to be 8 years or older. And then for every kid, we do ask that there is one adult to supervise them.
That's right. Yep. And it's no touching. You get to feed them, which we're going to do here in a second, but there's no touching.
Correct.
And they look so cute. Oh my gosh, you really want to touch them. I'm going to say you're going to want to touch them.
It's tempting, but please don't. Yeah, they look really furry and cute, but they will not react well when you touch them. So please don't touch them.
Yeah.
All right. So.
Yeah, so
Shall we feed?
Yeah, so in a backstage pass tour, we ask the animals if they want to come over. Usually they do. Sometimes we just need to remind them that we're here. But we ask them to come over. And if they ever choose not to, then that's okay. You know, we never want to make our animals do anything that they don't want to do. So that's the important part.
Gotcha. And you mentioned that you mentioned about the relationship between us and the animals. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yes, so I like to say that our relationship with the animals is transactional. Therefore, once the food is gone, they are gone.
That's right. Yep. They no longer want to have anything to do with us, right?
Exactly.
They're not making friends.
They're here
with
for
you.
the food,
No.
right? Yeah, like me at weddings. I'm here for the food. Yeah.
Well, let me give them a call and see if they want to come over to say hi. Bo! Lily! We found some bamboo, and that sounds really good. Bo!
Do they know where? Do they know you have food? Is it something that you can pull out and they spot, or?
So they know that when we're kind of over here in this space that it does mean fruit time. They kind of were over here a little bit earlier.
Right, as we're setting up.
Yeah, as we're setting up, and
they got bored.
A little bit. They didn't get fed immediately, therefore, why wait when they can go and eat bamboo?
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. Like I say, it's all transactional, right? They're here for the food, so.
Lily!
We're gonna do our best to get them over here so we can see them up close and
they're
do a little
interested.
feed. Yeah, they're looking at us now.
Lily!
Now, you as the zookeeper, now we can't touch. We know that we can't touch. But is there any time where you just want to go? You know, I mean, do you ever touch them?
So we do do what we call tactile work. So where we will kind of feel them on their back or palpate them around. And that's to help make sure that they're at a healthy weight and a good body condition. But all of that is always done under a training session, so the animal is getting reinforced and so they know what's expected of them, and we have a verbal cue to let them know that they're going to be touched. So that way, again, it's not a surprise for them.
And I know that people do not go into this exhibit during the backstage pass, but you guys go in there
We do,
to
we
be
do.
able to work with them.
Yeah, we do work them. We call that free contact. So whenever we go and we share the same space with the animal, we are free to be in contact with them.
Gotcha.
Protected contact is how we are operating right now, which is also how we work our big cats. And a lot of other animals within the carnivore department, where there's always a barrier between you and them, and that's for your safety and for the animal's safety.
Yep, and most of our backstage pass programs are protected contact programs. There's a few where the animal will actually come into the room with you, but most of them are protected contact.
Yeah, so for this, Bo has decided to come down and visit us, so we just pick up a piece of fruit. We stick it nice and far in there, and then they take it right off. So you guys ready?
Yeah, you want to do it?
Oh my goodness, okay. And it's this way.
Yep.
There's a certain way to hold the tongs.
Very nicely done.
Oh my gosh, you see the cutest thing? And you're gonna want to touch them. You're gonna want to, but don't. Don't.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to get this.
He said,
It's all right, finish up. You do you. I don't want to shove food in your mouth. You ready now? Oh,
oh, that's okay. There you go. I'll take it right
Here we
out
go,
of the
buddy.
tongs. Perfect.
awesome.
Oh, now she's going, wait a minute.
Exactly.
You
You
didn't
save
say
some for
fruit.
me.
You
You didn't
didn't
say
say
grapes.
fruit.
She's making her way down.
Yeah, there you go. And we do
buddy.
multiple training sessions, so even if only one of the pandas decides to come over for a backstage pass tour,
Here she comes.
the other
She's
one
coming
will
over.
usually get the chance. We'll get the chance
Now,
to get fruit later.
How often do you do these backstage passes? Tell me a little bit about that.
So we offer these backstage pass tours on Wednesdays and Saturdays. But we also only open them up about a month before, and
Okay.
part of that is due to red panda breeding. So these two are a recommended breeding pair, so I like to call them boyfriend and girlfriend. And breeding season goes from January 1st
There you go,
through
sweetheart.
March 31st.
Oh, my
And
goodness.
so because red pandas are very sensitive to a lot of things, as soon as we do voluntary pregnancy checks actually with Maylee right here, and that lets us to be able to determine as soon as she's pregnant, and then because of that, if we confirm a pregnancy, we actually can discontinue offering all backstage pass tours. So
Gotcha.
that way it's nice and quiet, not stressful, and we're able to kind of control the environment a little bit more for her to help ensure that it's a successful pregnancy.
Right. And so if people can't do the backstage pass for whatever reason, you've pulled it off availability, or it's sold out, or they just can't make it, you have a keeper talk sessions as well. Tell me a little bit about that. When are they? What's covered in that? What can people find out when they come to a keeper talk?
Yeah, so for this area we do, we call it the bamboo chat, and that happens actually every single day at 11 o'clock.
Fantastic.
So we can cover the red pandas, or we can talk about their neighbors, the cloud leopards, but we usually like to talk about the red pandas because everybody loves red pandas. And so things that you can expect to learn at
She's so excited.
Yeah.
Come here.
At the keeper talk, we like to talk about these individual red pandas, the work we do with them here at the Nashville Zoo, as well as also what's going on with our wild counterparts, and most importantly, the ways that we can all make a difference here in our everyday lives, and how you can help support different organizations that help support the red pandas.
Oh my goodness.
And so what kind of questions, typical questions, do you get from guests during these keeper talks? You cover all this great material, but what do guests ask mostly?
We often get asked kind of what we mentioned a little bit earlier. Are they related to giant pandas? Things like that.
Right.
We also get asked, what do they like to eat? So bamboo. We offer them also a leaf eater biscuit, which just helps to supplement their diet, since the bamboo that grows here in the United States isn't as nutritious as what grows in their native ranges, and we want to make sure our pandas are happy and healthy. And then
Who makes red panda biscuits?
it's this company called Missouri.
There actually is. It's
Missouri,
They
yeah.
make,
Missouri and Marion.
they make
Missouri
your mini,
makes a lot of animal chow.
yeah, mini pig food. If
Oh,
you have
they
mini
make- yeah,
pigs,
they-
yes. you
all
got-
different kinds of animal
Wow.
food. Yeah, yeah.
so exciting to watch how they know when their food is going to be here. They're little treats, but they go, okay, we know this is about enough. This is all we really get, and we're going to go back to the bamboo. That's
right,
what
food
we
time's over. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that means we probably need to wrap up here too.
Right.
So, yeah. Thank you so much, Claire, for having us out. Do we have any questions that people have written in for? Anything we can answer about the zoo in general?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. There is a little guy named Steven, and he lives, I think it's Hendersonville.
Okay.
And Steven wants to know, are there any animals that are living at the zoo that would make good pets?
That's a good question. So the short answer to that is whenever we're talking about animals as pets, you should really do a lot of research about what it is that you want to do, right? We could tell you that an animal might be a good pet. We have a guinea pig exhibit, and certainly there's a lot of people that have guinea pigs as pets.
Yeah.
So guinea pigs can make good pets if you're into guinea pigs. You just have to understand that there's a lot of cleaning involved with guinea pigs. They like a lot of space. You'll go through a lot of wood chips because they tend to kind of pee and poop in their wood chips, so there's a lot of cleaning that's involved with that. We have snakes. We have some snakes that you can find in pet stores, and snakes make great pets if you're into snakes. But you have to be willing to feed the animals some mice from every now and then. So do your research. But yeah, we do have some animals that do make pretty good pets, right, from here or there.
Like goats.
Goats can be good pets as well. Check with your HOA, because I'm telling you, I know this from experience, you can't always have a goat, or chickens for that matter, so
that's
check on
right.
that as well.
Well, if you want to get a backstage pass, now the red panda are in high demand. Everybody wants to see the red pandas, but you can go to NashvilleZoo.org and click on the backstage pass, and there are all sorts of animals you can get a backstage pass to see.
Yeah, we offer probably 7 or 8 different backstage pass options. This is just one of them.
And what a great birthday gift to give someone if they like a particular animal. But plan ahead. You're going to need to do that, and you can do a lot of research and come out. But you know what? You can always come to the Red Panda exhibit.
Yes.
Yep. And every day at
11 a.m.
you can talk to the keepers and get any of your questions answered yourself.
All right. We've covered pets, we've covered feeding, and we've covered red pandas. Thank you so much, Claire.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Thank you guys for visiting.
What made you get into the carnivore situation at the zoo? What brought you to the zoo to begin with?
Well, actually, back in 2018, I interned here. I stayed with some family nearby, and after that, that's when I fell in love with the carnivore department. And I've bounced around a little bit, but now I'm really happy to be back at the Nashville Zoo.
That's right. They've got an intern program. So if you are looking for a great job and kids looking for summer jobs, the Nashville Zoo is a perfect place to come and work and be a part of this amazing organization. And it is an organization. It's a nonprofit.
We are a 501c3 organization, and we need donations and support to survive. Becoming a member helps. Coming to the zoo and visiting helps. Making straight up donations to our conservation work, that helps. You could even help us bring a new exhibit here if you'd like. So lots of different ways you can help.
And if there is an animal that you want to see on a future show, just give us and send an email to me, devonoday@gmail.com. Make sure that you send me an email so I know what you want to see, and I'll go, Jim Bartoo, can you fix this up? Thanks so much to our sponsors too. We've got our friends at Kia of Murfreesboro.
Yep, and Busy Bee. Yeah.
And this is the season for Busy Bee. So if you have not taken a look at your heating, air conditioning unit and getting all ready for the cool season.
Plumbing, they do plumbing too. Yeah, plumbing, heating, and cooling, they do it all.
You might be missing out because they're going to be really busy bees this season because we're already in our hot temperatures.
That's right. It's going to get hot. Do it soon.
Well, we'll see you next time on the next edition of On What's New at the Zoo with Jim Bartoo. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.